We outside, what's up?
Yeah, y'all already know how we playing out this motherfucker.
Real life.
No Diddy gang, Meek Mill in real life. Don't ever disrespect me, you
Talk
heard?
that Meek. Yeah, Meek.
In a shocking wave of rumors rippling through the hip-hop industry, explosive allegations are now linking rapper Meek Mill to secret relationships with young men. And the connection? None other than Sean Diddy Combs.
They pitching in their kitchen with these boys, and they doing all this. So, and if you gay, that's cool, but be gay and come on out and be that. Don't be in front of us and acting like a straight up G, and then you get over here and you letting these boys bust up your back. But you know, it gonna come to the light. And yeah, I wanna put that out there, man.
As Diddy faces mounting federal pressure in court over decades of alleged abuse and misconduct, insiders are beginning to speak out, exposing an underworld of influence, control, and secret rendezvous that could permanently damage reputations. Meek Mill, long known for his gritty lyrics and activist work, is now caught in a swirling storm of speculation that may reveal far more than his fans ever expected. From studio partnerships to private parties, Meek Mill and Diddy's connection spans years, but new leaks and whispers claim that what appeared to be industry camaraderie may have hidden something far more personal and scandalous. Today we dive deep into the roots of their relationship, what's being said behind closed doors, and why this explosive exposure could be just the beginning. Buckle up. This is the full breakdown. To understand the controversy, the timeline must begin at its origin. Meek Mill and Diddy's professional relationship began drawing public attention during the mid-2000s. Diddy stood as a powerful mogul behind Bad Boy Records and Revolt TV, while Meek Mill emerged as a rapidly ascending force from Philadelphia, blending street credibility with commercial reach. In 2015, Diddy began publicly mentoring Meek Mill, offering business advice, strategic connections, and frequent access to high-profile industry events. Their regular appearances at exclusive parties, recording studios, and award ceremonies fueled speculation. While this dynamic appeared to be a legendary figure supporting an emerging talent,
what's even weirder is when this lawsuit first dropped, this was the first thing Meek Mill posted on his story. I'm not embarrassed by anything I've been through. It might be tea for y'all, but it's a testimony for me. Now, I don't know what the hell that's supposed to mean, but I do know Meek is not looking.
Some insiders quietly noted Diddy's unusually persistent interest. Within industry circles, Meek Mill was viewed as more than just a collaborator. Rumors of business ventures and confidential meetings at Diddy's Los Angeles and Miami properties persisted. These meetings, once seen as standard industry networking, have now taken on a more controversial lens as ongoing legal proceedings raise new questions. According to multiple sources with ties to both camps, Meek Mill reportedly received special access to Diddy's high-security VIP zones, areas now cited in active lawsuits as locations for alleged misconduct and private viewing sessions. Anonymous former employees have stated that Meek was present during key weekends that later coincided with reported private gatherings.
All the champagne was spiked, son. Like, all the champagne was spiked. Everybody was passed the fuck out. I don't drink, so I was playing that shit off like I don't fucking drink. I smoke, nigga. Like, I smoke and I had my own weed, but like everybody was passed out. Yo, Diddy had that man in the room. Look, yes, I put my ear to the fucking door and I brought the phone because Diddy started going in overdrive. I ain't know what the fuck was going on, but I just heard balls slapping against ass cheeks. I heard niggas struggling to take dick. I heard niggas being like, yeah, daddy. When he started all that daddy this and daddy that, and then I heard some hollering and struggling like, yeah, I kept the phone there and I recorded all that shit because I was like, this nigga Diddy rich. So I'm finna put the squeeze on and get me.
Once dismissed as typical celebrity association, these connections are being revisited under heightened scrutiny. As troubling details emerge from Diddy's current trial, what was initially believed to be simple mentorship is now being analyzed for deeper and potentially unsettling implications. Sean Diddy Combs is no stranger to controversy, but the recent wave of lawsuits, federal raids, and insider exposés has elevated the scrutiny to unprecedented levels. federal authorities have executed coordinated raids on several of Diddy's properties, seizing electronic devices, documents, and security footage, reportedly linked to allegations of trafficking, coercion, and abuse. Multiple lawsuits have now emerged, with plaintiffs ranging from former insiders to lesser-known industry figures, accusing Diddy of orchestrating a clandestine network that preyed on vulnerable individuals beneath the surface of his entertainment empire. Legal filings describe a disturbing pattern involving extravagant parties that allegedly evolved into high-pressure and coercive environments.
Diddy got Meek Mill, and it's all coming out in a lawsuit. Meek Mill was named in Diddy's latest lawsuit, and it is not looking good.
While numerous names have been mentioned in court documents, Meek Mill's name has not appeared as a defendant, at least not yet. However, his frequent attendance at environments now under investigation has prompted a wave of public speculation and concern. Rumors regarding Diddy's alleged lifestyle have circulated in the industry for years. Allegations around secret relationships, controlling behavior, and preferential treatment of young male artists have followed him since the early 2000s. But beginning in 2024, those rumors escalated from tabloid speculation to active federal investigation. Several former associates are now cooperating with authorities, providing digital evidence, confidential testimony, and first-hand accounts of incidents allegedly occurring at private mansion events. According to one source reportedly close to Diddy's operations, not every guest was fully aware of the environment they were stepping into. Some, the source claims, knew exactly what they were participating in. This is where Meek Mill's name allegedly surfaces, not through direct accusation, but through repeated associations with key locations, dates, and parties now central to the federal case.
They pitching and they catching with these boys, and they doing all this. So, and if you gay, that's cool, but be gay and come on out and be that. Don't be in front of us and acting like a straight up G, and then you get over here and you letting these boys bust up your back. But you know, it gonna come to the light. And yeah, I wanna put that out there, man.
To be clear, there is no confirmed evidence placing Meek Mill at the center of criminal behavior, but his long-standing proximity to Diddy during the timeline now under investigation is raising questions. Photos, videos, and past social media posts showing the two together at luxury events, yachts, or behind closed doors in private studio sessions are being revisited with a new lens. Legal analysts note that even without direct legal exposure, brand damage can be substantial. For a public figure attached to social causes and business ventures, simply being linked to these unfolding revelations may pose long-term risks. As the federal investigation moves forward, even those once considered untouchable in the industry are finding themselves uncomfortably close to the center of the storm. The most explosive development emerged when industry whistleblowers began alleging that Meek Mill's connection to Diddy may have extended beyond professional boundaries. Multiple unverified reports claim that Meek was involved in undisclosed private liaisons with younger male companions, individuals allegedly introduced through Diddy's inner circle and exclusive social network. The allegations gained traction following a podcast appearance by an individual claiming to be a former employee of one of Diddy's Miami estates. Speaking anonymously, the source described Meek Mill arriving at the property on several late-night occasions, allegedly accompanied by younger men and retreating into private wings of the mansion. According to the source, these restricted areas were guarded by security and implemented strict no-phone policies. Although these statements have not been independently verified, they echo similar claims found in lawsuits related to Diddy's private gatherings. The anonymous source also alleged that internal surveillance systems were present throughout the property, an unsettling detail consistent with other whistleblower accounts that suggest surveillance was used to monitor and possibly control attendees. Separately, various unconfirmed social media posts have emerged over time, with users alleging sightings of Meek Mill in the company of unidentified male companions at luxury hotels and backstage at industry events. While these claims lack physical evidence, the growing number of similar anecdotes has amplified public interest and online speculation. The narrative escalated when a music videographer, reportedly connected to Revolt TV, posted and then deleted a tweet suggesting that he possessed footage of one of Philly's biggest rappers in compromising circumstances. While no names were mentioned directly, online speculation quickly pointed toward Meek Mill, further fueling the controversy. Meek Mill has yet to publicly address any of these specific claims. However, he has issued vague social media statements referencing disrespectful narratives and warning against clout chasers seeking attention by using his name. Supporters argue that these accusations are baseless distractions aimed at undermining his reform efforts. Critics, however, assert that his silence may unintentionally contribute to growing suspicion. Adding to the tension, hip-hop commentator Charleston White recently commented that the Meek Mill rumors are just the tip of the iceberg. He claimed that many artists in the music industry are trapped in a broader system of secrecy, blackmail, and manipulation, one allegedly maintained by powerful entertainment figures to ensure control over rising talent. As the investigation surrounding Diddy continues and public discourse intensifies, speculation around Meek Mill's role remains unresolved. In today's hyper-connected era, perception can carry consequences long before any formal judgment is made, and with new details surfacing weekly, the pressure to respond continues to mount. Meek Mill has spent years redefining his public image, not solely as a rapper, but as a figure advocating for systemic change in the justice system. His work with Jay-Z on the Reform Alliance and his outspoken support for sentencing reform elevated him into the conversation around policy and rehabilitation beyond entertainment. These efforts helped position Meek Mill as a leader in both culture and activism. However, the rising wave of allegations now threatens to undermine that carefully built legacy. Even in the absence of verified proof, the optics alone present a major challenge. Brands and political allies are known to react swiftly when controversies arise, especially those involving sexual misconduct or proximity to active federal investigations. Public perception often shifts before facts are confirmed, forcing institutions to reevaluate their affiliations. As of now, no corporate partners have publicly ended relationships with Meek Mill, but several sources indicate that behind-the-scenes reviews are underway. These quiet assessments are often the first sign of distancing, especially when high-stakes reputations and brand values are involved. In today's media landscape, transparency and accountability aren't just expected, they're demanded. Another layer of complexity lies in the response from the broader hip-hop community. While the industry has made strides toward LGBTQ+ inclusion, long-standing stigmas and internalized homophobia persist in lyrics, commentary, and culture. Should any element of these rumors be substantiated, the fallout could trigger polarized reactions across fan bases, media outlets, and music executives alike. Some industry commentators believe Meek could still regain control of the narrative. If the rumors were ever confirmed and addressed with honesty, some argue he could reemerge as a voice for openness in a genre still wrestling with vulnerability and acceptance. But critics argue that the connection to Diddy's investigation, regardless of Meek's direct involvement, casts too heavy a shadow. Meanwhile, social advocates have raised concerns about the potential misrepresentation of LGBTQ+ identities in this discourse. They caution against framing queerness as scandalous or exploitative, emphasizing that the true issue lies in the power dynamics and alleged coercion tied to Diddy's parties, not personal orientation. In either scenario, Meek Mill's name is now woven into a complicated tapestry of celebrity, secrecy, and public suspicion. The longer clarity is delayed, the more risk there is to his credibility, his advocacy efforts, and his position within both hip-hop and reform circles. In this evolving saga, silence may prove more damaging than the truth. But that's not where it ends. Recently, Meek Mill was spotted alongside another well-known male artist, leading many to believe he was attempting to shift public attention away from the Diddy controversy. While some viewed it as harmless networking or brand alignment, others saw it as a calculated move to distance himself from the swirling allegations. The optics, however, didn't do him any favors. Commentators and social media users quickly noted the timing, suggesting Meek might be overcompensating to mask his prior association with Diddy. Observers claim this new public alliance may be less about genuine collaboration and more about image control during a moment of heightened scrutiny. Online reactions have been intense. One viral comment mockingly claimed Meek is just trying to find a new daddy, referencing past viral remarks and internet jokes that continue to haunt his reputation. Another post urged Meek to stop entertaining the speculation altogether, suggesting he go live, clarify the truth, and stop feeding the rumor cycle. While public opinion is split, one thing is clear. The digital conversation around Meek Mill has reached a fever pitch. Whether he chooses to ignore it, address it directly, or pivot completely, the outcome could shape how he's remembered not just in music, but in culture. Now, what do you think? Is this damage control or something deeper? Let us know your take in the comments. And before you go, don't forget to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and tap the bell so you never miss an update. There's more on the way.